It's fine. They'll
I
do
don't
it.
think you know
They'll do
Pokemon
it.
fans.
Do Pokemon have genders?
You get to
Yeah.
choose your gender.
Yeah, in the newish 3DS ones, you can be you can be whatever you
They
want.
would literally get boycotted.
What's
so hard if they didn't
what
have
delineates
a
a male versus from a female Pokemon?
Nothing. It's
No.
just choice.
It's just choice, and the characters will just. It all does is change your pronoun, I guess.
Yep.
That's it.
It just changes the pronoun, but
Yeah.
the fucking Pokemon looks the
Let's-
same.
Pokemon fucking looks the same.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Emergent Gamer Podcast. I am Felix Hergood, and this is...
Neo Aoshi.
And then that is...
Snax the Cat.
Hey, it's the Snax
We're
the
moving
Cat.
so fast.
I know we're changing it up.
We changed up our opening.
Cool, yeah.
We go quickly through names.
We want to just
Go.
jump right into it.
Hell
you
yeah.
know?
Let's go. Come on.
Hey. Yeah, so we got a good show this week. We got a bunch of stuff that we want to talk about. We definitively want to talk about ourselves because we miss Snax the Cat. We haven't seen you in a while,
It's
Snax.
been a minute. That's for sure.
And sorry about that because I've been trying to figure out coordination with times and stuff to try and get you back.
be because life happens.
Life
okay.
totally happens, yeah. But we definitely want to talk about that, reacquaint ourselves with Snax the Cat and talk about ourselves a little bit. And then we're going to roll into some news points. Neo, you got some news?
I got a lot of news.
What? Rattle off some basics.
Some highlights. We got
then we'll get into it.
Cliff Basinski is closing a studio down. I forgot the name of it already.
He's closing. We'll clarify
Boss
later.
Key Studio.
Yeah.
Rage 2 dropped their gameplay trailer.
I watched
and-
that today. That was fun.
I got some Nintendo rumors and news that I think
There's a couple
Snax is
things we're
excited
going to
about.
unpack
Oh,
for
yeah.
that, right?
Oh yeah. It's a nice book. It's a nice pop-up book.
All right, good.
Because it's
Oh my
Nintendo.
God.
Because it's Nintendo.
It's so nice. Wow.
Nice.
Good way of putting it.
All right, cool. Snacks, what's up, man?
Yeah,
Not
bud.
much. Just been doing the thing, playing the games.
What
as I
games
think
you been
we all
playing?
do. Finished God of War. God of
Cool.
War. Oh, so incredible.
Don't spoil it.
What
I did as well.
It's gonna take. I'm doing it with an eyedropper.
What an incredible game this is, Neo.
It was because I remember weeks before it came out, and we've talked about this on the podcast a bunch
Yeah.
of times. We were like, this doesn't look great. This looks generic and
Yeah.
kind of boring, middling combat, but it's good. It's real tight. I keep using that word. That's my word now.
I've told everybody
It's real tight.
watching the gameplay does not do justice for just how good it feels
Mm-hmm.
to just fucking throw that axe and like just do what you do. And like for a game that like just with God of War, I've never thought I've had so many like plot revelations and like crazy twists in like a story for God of War that I've cared about.
And like good character development and stuff.
Really
Yeah.
good juxtaposition between certain characters and like what they're dealing with and how they kind of, show their caring, and just like the body language is like so good. And the single shot that everybody's talked about at this point, it just does it. It gives it such a finesse and such a natural look that I just want all my games to feel that way. And it feels weird when they're not. But no, I loved it. I really enjoyed God of War over the years, and this really just took it to another level. And I'm excited to see where they
It
go
like
next.
refreshed the games in a way
Totally.
that makes it feel more current and modern.
Yes.
Because if they did the same thing again, I probably would have passed over it.
It really took something. I look at it like Tomb Raider, where Tomb Raider took something that we knew and it was like, all right, well, I guess Uncharted is the new Tomb Raider of the original PlayStation. And it was like, no, this is what Tomb Raider can become in the modern age. And that was cool, but this took that to another level where it's like, this is what God of War can be when it's really refined.
It's a good comparison.
So I played that. That was great. I dropped off of a lot of stuff. I stopped playing Overwatch. I stopped playing Hearthstone.
Destiny?
I got back into Destiny really hard. Warmind came out last week, the DLC.
Yeah, are you excited about that?
I was going to
Very.
hop into
We
it.
haven't really had a discussion. Trip Zero wants to have this with
Yeah.
Diamond Jab. You might want to come back on the show for
It's
that.
worth having because honestly, I think the game is a solid game now. I wouldn't say it's great. I think it's a solid game that has taken a lot of my time this past week, and it is a game that I'm enjoying to just, I'm going to grind out this gun tonight. I'm going to, get raid ready right now because everybody's trying to get raid ready. And it feels like there's endgame progression right now. Where even like the new raid that just came out this past Friday, really high power level you have to be.
I heard
Yeah.
like the top. I read an article that was like the top raiders in Destiny, or took them like 9 hours to beat.
Yeah, very intense.
I thought it was 6.5.
It's pretty intense. It's not
Whatever.
for the
Something
faint of
like
heart. People this week, we just had our reset today, So Tuesday as of listening, but like everybody's trying to get to that level now because the first week it was not possible to hit the level you need to be for this race.
Now that makes
everyone-
people happy.
Yeah.
That makes
The
people
reset
want to
was
play
Good,
the
yeah,
game, right?
yeah, it feels good.
So if I was to jump back in, what things would I be looking forward to doing if I were to like boot it up today?
I think the story. Did you mess around with Osiris at all?
I did. I finished
Cool.
the campaign for that, and I
Osiris?
did the raid lair with you guys.
Yeah, so there's the new raid lair, but like outside of that, you can jump into the new story. The new story's fine. I actually like exploring Mars. There's a lot of new guns. It feels good to level up right now, and they changed a lot of the mechanics in the guns. So everything feels faster, just as far as your super energy and your abilities recharging. But the fundamentals for how the guns shoot are just different. Something like one of the pulse rifle exotics, it was just a 3-shot pulse rifle. There was nothing unique about it, really. It looked cool, but it didn't do anything special. They've changed it to where now it's a 2-shot pulse rifle, and then on kill, it spatters off into like little homing missiles
Like
that
a
hit
little
targets.
shotgun.
So they've totally changed the way some of the guns completely
Is that an
feel.
exotic or just?
Yeah, it's an exotic.
An exotic.
And then like there's other guns where they were just like, they really took the idea of like, we want to make these guns feel special and different, because some of them were just like bland and they didn't do anything. So now
I would say a lot of them were.
yeah. So they've
Yeah,
really
it literally was like copy and paste.
yeah, it feels good to walk around like areas and see people using a variety of guns, because it's a new meta. Everybody's trying out new things, and like it's not something where it's like, oh, in like a week everybody's going to find out the good gun. Everything feels like the good gun right now.
Cool.
So
that's way better than the situation it was in when I was playing.
Totally. Yeah. And I think right now is like really fun. I did like everything last week. I raided. I did my weeklies. Like I wanted more. That's the other thing. Like I wanted to go farther, but I couldn't because I hit my caps for everything. So I'm excited to jump in tonight even. But yeah, been playing a lot of Destiny this past week, and that's pretty much it. I'm really trying to hold back. I bought Yakuza 0, which I have not put too much time into, but I'm really excited to put more time into.
Those games are fun and wacky.
Which number is Yakuza 0?
It's the prequel. Like it is.
It's a prequel.
It's the newest of the games outside of 6, but it's a prequel to everything. So it takes place in the 80s in Japan.
Ooh,
super cool. I honestly
gotta
think
be weird.
I think you might like it a lot.
It's a real
actually.
wacky game.
No. I've been like teetering on the edge of like, pulling the ripcord on that game. Like I've been, because I did play Shenmue back in the day.
Yeah.
And of course Grand Theft Auto, and I think this is almost like a combination of the two.
Totally. I mean, it feels like that a little bit. The plot will be serious as hell and give you like a lot of baggage, and in some ways it reminds me of Metal Gear Solid just because of how serious it takes its story and how you're watching a cutscene for like 10 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like that type of style, but then the next minute it's like, yeah, we're gonna go do some karaoke now. And then like your dude who just beat the shit out of somebody in an alleyway is just pouring his heart out in some karaoke. It's great.
It's a cool, and it's got like a bunch of mini games and all that.
Yeah. I'm a
Tons.
real sucker for games with like a shit ton of mini games.
Oh, there's tons.
Like I love mini games.
But yeah, I'm really trying to not get into something super deep. I'm playing Destiny right now just to kill some time, raid, and then next week Detroit. That's what I am.
I was
so
going to ask, are
ready
you getting?
for.
Are you going to get that?
Totally, day one. I'm gonna
Did
play
you play
all
the
day.
demo?
I did. I was intrigued by it. I didn't want to spoil too much of what you can do in that scenario.
I played it once.
I played it once
time.
as well. I played it once, and then I watched somebody go in and not do any of the choices, just go straight into the interaction.
And see what would happen.
Yep, and
Detroit is an example. I was telling Neo before we started recording that I can't do in my stream schedule like 4 huge open world games.
Yeah.
And I want to slot in a game where it's just, going through story.
I think
basically.
Detroit could
That's pretty much that.
And that would be perfect.
I think Detroit could do that for you, but I think it's a little different than something like Until Dawn where your choices are definitive. It seems like with Detroit, there's more of a choice where after you complete segments of the game, it'll show you the branching paths and the butterfly
that you
effect.
could have done.
Yeah, and then it says, do you want to go back and redo it and see what the other paths are?
What, really?
Yeah. From the way it seems and the way
I
that
thought they
the
were
critics
just
are
showing
talking
you this
about.
in the demo as an example. Like,
No, I think
hey,
you can
this
literally
is-
go
This
back.
is what it looks like. What you could have done.
I think you can go back,
Interesting.
just from the way they're talking
games
about
have
it.
been doing that for years. Your ability to just like play levels over again.
But like this is like
I'm thinking of like in terms of like Heavy Rain.
this is like your story is being crafted in this game, and something
Right.
like Heavy Rain where it's like this person is dead. It's over.
Yeah, like because you had like 4 main protagonists in Heavy Rain, and they could all be alive or they could all end up dead, and that would like affect different endings. There were like 20 something endings in that game that that you could have unlocked.
What happened? Just to real quick and wrap up on this, what happened at the end of yours in the demo?
In my demo,
Yeah.
I ended up. I didn't think I missed a lot of the information.
Yeah.
In the house, and I ended up like inching closer to him, and I told the helicopter to go away, and I ended up pushing him off and throwing the girl onto the balcony, and I fell off with the agitated
with the
robot.
guy.
Yeah, so like my character, I guess, died or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and it was like a very dramatic fall.
I sweet talked him, and then I lied about having a gun, and then I shot him in the fucking head.
And then the girl was saved.
And the girl was saved. Then I just kind of look at her and I'm like, yep, you're good. Then I just walked out like a
she's
fucking
like traumatized.
badass.
She's like, this is my best friend.
I was like, I feel fucking cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Because like you kind of go words, man. You go through the apartment where this person lives, and you find out like the robot's like her caretaker, and like she's like writing notes like he's my best friend and stuff. And then like he just goes rogue one night.
Rogue.
He's my robo friend.
He's that's what it's like. And,
He's a rogue robot.
And like you
Rogue
learn that he
robot.
like murdered like a cop like on as he came in,
Oh,
and
God,
like
and
like you find out you like piece together the story of what happens leading up to the moment on the edge.
I think you should try the demo. I think that if you like the demo, you'll really get a feel for what the game has in store for you, and just how much freedom and kind of even like the reenactments of like the fight scenes.
Play this demo about the fucking game.
Oh, you already bought it.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
See, before we went on air, I was saying, Felix, it's okay to play a game for months on end. That's totally fine. But you buy these games, and then you put them on your shelf, and then they never get looked at.
There's only a digital shelf at this point. I'm not buying any more for that shelf up there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm only buying digital from now on.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Supporting the
Okay,
devs.
well, I guess you're going to play it. So that's cool. Cool.
Yeah,
I
don't know
I do
when
wanna
I'm
play
going to
this.
play it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to play
That'll be good. Cool.
Very cool, man.
How have you guys been? What have you guys been doing?
I'm good. I'm still in love with my Switch, as you know.
Oh, God.
And I'm always, as you say, I've been
Switch
trolling.
molestation coming on.
I know. I troll the shop like once a week.
Yeah.
To find sales and whatever's new.
Yeah.
I bought on sale this week Portal Bridge.
Nice.
The
I was
bridge
looking at it. It's only $10.
Yeah, it's good. It's really fun. It's like it's got Ellen McLean in it, the voice of GLaDOS.
Yeah.
She's talking at me, and it's all Portal aesthetic-y. So I've been playing that, and I've been trying to finish Celeste. I stopped playing it, and
you don't like it.
It's really hard.
I don't like it at all, and I beat it.
I'm almost at the end. I'm like, and I had to stop playing because life happened, and I'm like right at the end of the game. So I really want to finish that.
Yeah.
I bought a controller called 8-Bit Do.
Oh, those are great. Yes, I have one for the SNES.
It's an SNES controller with dual analog sticks.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like the old controller, and I got that so I could play like retro games on my Switch. And it works on PC, and it works on Mac. It works on the Switch.
So
Everything.
it does still have a D-pad.
It does, and I think the idea is that it's a better D-pad than the Pro controller.
Yeah,
because the Pro controller with Celeste, it's really tricky because you got to nail those diagonals.
Yeah,
and if you don't nail the diagonal air dashes, you're just going to keep fucking up.
Yeah,
you need that to work. So the 8-Bit Do has it when I'm pressing diagonal on the D-pad. So
for sure,
it's a good controller, real tight, real light. Yeah, what's up?
As a side note, you did remind me. I picked up Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on Switch.
I do want to get that.
I love that game. I played it on Wii U. I'm glad it's on a system that's actually selling now.
Fantastic. That's what I love about this.
Clarify, that's the new Donkey Kong game that people have talked about?
Retro Studios did that one. I'm talking about Retro.
Yeah, that's a little preview for the news.
It's called Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Get it right.
And that one is a
2D platformer.
Did somebody say it was $60?
It is $60. It's the only reason why I haven't bought it.
It's a great game.
God damn.
See,
there's a lot to do in that game.
I know.
Lots of secrets.
This is the problem. Like one game I've been waiting to find a sale for is Splatoon. I would love to play Splatoon. Just two. Two. Yeah. The one for Wii U. Not Wii U. Switch. The one for Switch.
The one
not
for Switch.
I bought 2 copies.
But Nintendo games, like mainline Nintendo games, like Splatoon and even ARMS, they barely go on sale. Yeah. Like they're always going to be $60, and it's like you really gotta want to play that game if you want to spend that much money on it.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Plus, my budget this month I think is Detroit. So
Detroit, yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to stick with.
And I'm going to hang out for a bit.
Dude, I'm waiting for all these E3 games for
know.
Nintendo to pop out. I'm waiting for. We're going to talk about this because I'm very excited. As you may or may not know, I'm back in the Nintendo camp.
Hell yeah!
But that's
feels good.
It feels real damn good. I love my Switch so much.
I love it too.
You know what else I did?
I love my Switch
Joy-Cons. I had this problem, and I already replaced like 2 Joy-Cons because they slid out of the rail really easily. So you have that issue?
No.
Where like you're grabbing it and then like they'll just like slide without hitting the button? So what I did was I went on Amazon for $5. I bought these metal locking mechanisms and I took my Joy-Cons apart and replaced the locking mechanisms with like little metal ones instead of plastic ones.
Oh my god.
So now that it's snug and it's tight.
It's not coming out.
It's not coming out. And
He's using that word again.
It's tight.
Oh, I thought you meant snug.
It's
snug,
and it's
tight.
in and it's tight. You're just weird and dirty.
Your mind's going there, not me. I know what I'm talking
sure.
about.
They're just like, it's snug and tight.
Funny enough, I have not played a lot of PUBG this week. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I played Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite.
Wow.
The Thanos event.
Did you get that glove?
I did. I clipped it out, and it was epic. I'll show you guys later.
Is it hard to get it?
Yes.
Yeah, because you can do either 2 things. You can wait on the bus, the party bus, for it to fall, and then you can just dive at it and try and hope that you and 20 other people grab that glove.
Yeah, it's a mad scene.
Or you kill Thanos, and he drops the glove, and then you become Thanos.
Wait, Thanos is in the game?
He is literally
you become
a character
Thanos,
in the game.
and you get the gauntlet.
You get the gauntlet.
Yeah,
the gauntlet.
Cool.
I just wish that when you picked it up, it like killed half the player base. That would have been
that would have been a cool thing, but they just made him an overpowered unit.
He's super overpowered. Yeah,
he leaps. He can like leap real high into the air. And
I watched a video
down.
of a guy like just jumping around and smacking people. And
there's a VOD of me like getting real excited about getting the glove because I killed Thanos. No, I suck at Fortnite so bad.
Yeah,
it is not the same thing as PUBG.
I'm terrible at it. Yeah,
it's like PUBG is like the realistic, like the cult, like the Battlefield realistic military.
Yeah,
and Fortnite's like playing
Splatoon.
Like playing Splatoon, yeah. It's so comical and like cartoony. Like there's like pinatas on the field that give you loot, and it's like a different experience.
That's why it's wiping the ass of PUBG because
it's just there's a lot of reasons.
It attracts the kiddies.
It's free. It's accessible.
Yeah,
parents can like go, oh, it's fun cartooniness.
Yeah,
did you spend any money on that? Like the mother talking to her son. Did you spend any money on that game you keep playing all the time?
No, Mom, it's free.
No, Mom, it was free.
It's
free. Good. Keep playing it. That's
and
fun.
it's like mainstream in like the news now and shit. We've talked about that.
Well, that's why. No, I would argue that's why it went mainstream. It went mainstream because it's cartoony and it's free.
We can go down Fortnite in a big ass rabbit hole.
We don't have to.
We don't need to.
Like,
no.
But that's why. Like, and now it is, and now it's just gonna dominate everything.
And
that's why it has Avengers marketing in it.
Well, there was a story about that, how the Russo brothers on the set of Infinity War
were playing Fortnite
in their downtime between take or whatever. They would be playing Fortnite because it's easy because you can hop in a game. Yeah. It's like I played 2 rounds. Commitment. Yeah. So I believe they either one of them contacted Epic and said, "Hey, let's do a little cross promotional thing." And that was definitely a brilliant idea because it got me playing the game.
Yeah. It'll be gone by the time this goes up.
Yeah.
It leaves tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, the Thanos feature?
Mm-hmm. Cool. It'll be back probably.
Sure. Yeah. For next Avengers, probably. So that's all I've been doing. That's it. That's it for me.
I don't have much to talk about. I'll be real brief. Number one.
I
only have 2 things to talk about.
Oh, cool.
One, they added into, for people out there who care, because I care, but for people who care about fighting games, specifically Injustice 2, and they enjoy the game, if you didn't know, go back to your Injustice 2 now, turn it on, and realize that now all of your characters can go to level 30. They were able to. It's called.
They did this on a whim.
It's called Legendary. It's an update that came. It's called Legendary. I believe it's called Legendary Mode or Legendary Edition of the game.
Love it.
And now every single one of the characters can go to 30. And when you get to 30, it unlocks an augment, an extra slot in terms of special move powers the characters have. Every character has started off with 2 slots. When you get to 30, you now have a 3rd slot. Which probably is you just adding a 3rd special power, but it might also add like I don't know what it's going to do. I have to get a character to 30. I haven't done it yet, but I'm working on that. I only have 1 character that was even close to even going near there because I always random characters, and the character that played through the story and got a lot of experience is Batman. So my Batman has always been like further along than every other character. The only character next to Batman that was even close was Wonder Woman, because I played her a lot during a promotion for Justice League. So like Batman's like level 21 right now, so I'm not 9 levels away, and it doesn't progress very quickly. You know, you have to grind a little in order to get your level up on a character.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I could maybe do it with Batman and then Wonder Woman. I could maybe do it with Wonder Woman, but like most of my other characters are like under 10.
Very cool.
So
breathing new life into that game.
Yeah,
21 Batman.
but they truly made a fighting game into an RPG. This is
cool.
This is like getting gear drops and like trying to play just to unlock the crates, and if you do it without like spending any real money,
the crates.
it takes a while. Yeah, it's definitely
That's our life now with games.
Those are my favorite.
Well, I could pay, I could pay money to advance one of these characters.
Of
course.
To 20. I can't pay. It's funny. I cannot pay any dollar amount to advance it to 30. So you can only advance a character to 20.
They want you to actually get good for
they
that.
want you to actually play for that. But anyway, I thought it was a cool development. It brought me back to the game.
Cool.
I don't really stream that, so if anyone is listening who watches my streams on a regular basis, I don't always stream Injustice 2, but I'm probably going to be streaming it soon so that people can see my progress on some of the characters.
Nice.
Very cool.
So that's point number 1. And then point number 2, I don't know if I mentioned this on an episode yet. Did I mention that I beat the story of Assassin's Creed?
I saw you talk about it on stream.
Right. I don't think I mentioned it. So I finally beat the story of Assassin's Creed, and I'm okay. So as is the problem with every single Assassin's Creed and probably every single Ubisoft game that's giant and open world, lots of collectibles, you don't really formulate the story well in your head because you're constantly collecting shit and playing side missions.
I think that's also a problem with open world games.
Just open world games in general.
Yeah, you feel. If this is me personally, I'm not going to be like generalized, but you get disjointed from the story because they litter the world with side missions and things to do, and you forget what you were working on in the main story, what your character was doing.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like the linear games, like even like with God of War, which is like a semi-open world game.
Yeah.
It's like a like as you say, Metroidvania style.
Yeah, it's very much so.
It always kept you on the track of the games and on the game's story, and even when they introduced the side stories, you still had a grasp of the main mission. It was always right there.
I feel like I didn't really soak the story in properly at all
in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. No, I still enjoy it, and I think it's the best Assassin's Creed. This problem has existed in every Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
They all have this problem where there's too much collectible shit. But this game has, like Witcher 3, a new game plus mode that unlocked when I finished. So I figure on new game plus, what I should do is go through the story.
You're never leaving this game.
No.
You're never leaving.
I'm not saying now. I'm not saying now. Absolutely not now, because I still want to do all the extra collectible shit. I'm saying like I finish this game, put it down, and come back and do the
just like put the story,
just the new game
in your vein.
Yeah, like next year or something like that.
A lot of rumors are saying that we might not even get an Assassin's Creed this year. Like they may just focus full force on.
We didn't talk about
DLC.
that. We didn't talk about that on this show, but we talked about last week.
Last week there was a rumor.
You saw a news article that said something about them possibly coming out with another game.
Well, one of the Canada Walmart leaks that happened that a lot of people took. It had a new SKU for Assassin's Creed.
Interesting.
So we may see
Maybe.
previews of the next Assassin's Creed.
I don't know.
I mean, Origins is doing so well, and they're so focused on the DLC right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend its DLC. Because
I still have people that come into this fucking game, and when I finally show them the map when they're watching my stream and they see it, they literally type in the chat, "Holy fuck, that map is huge!" Like I can't, and detailed, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, overwhelming, but like the finer details, so it's like. I remember there was a lot of virtue in. I know it had problems when it came out, but like Assassin's Creed Unity had problems when it came out, but there was a lot of virtue once it was patched. I played it a year later, and Unity had like a lot of detail in this small microcosm. Like the map was small; it was a small part of Paris, basically. But like the detail was there, and what's crazy about this is a giant map, and when you go in tight on like a town. it's all detailed and like amazing. So it's like all the virtues of Unity are there, and the giant open world of Black Flag is there. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, how did they put this together so well? I don't even get it.
They had an extra year, I'd say.
It's fucking...
And we actually talked about this a little bit like 2 weeks ago, where we said, well, they could potentially announce a new Assassin's Creed because now every studio that's worked on Assassin's Creed...
stagger the studios.
Has an extra year of development, essentially.
Yeah.
So we could be seeing them to just come back to another year on of Assassin's Creed.
I think they're going to come out at E3 and just full focus on Division. I think they really want to sell Division hard.
You think they're going hard on Division?
I think they're really going to... Because they have Far Cry 5. They hit strong at the beginning of the year. They got out of the way of fucking God of War and all the praise that got.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
Now they want to close out the year going full into Division 2.
Live game service.
And is that supposed to be in the fall?
I think we're going to get it for sure. I think they have to release it this fall, honestly.
I don't think there's any other slated major Ubisoft titles yet. I think you're right. I think we're going to see what they're going to give us for the winter.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think they'll go hard into that. But yeah, it's just my guess. I don't know. We'll see. We're like 3 weeks away.
We're like 3 weeks away. I know.
I love it. It's like Christmas.
I know. I
didn't have anything else. That's it.
Cool.
Let's talk some news.
Let's talk some news.
Motherfucking news, bitch.
Hell yeah.
All right. So let's start out.
We had an episode called "Get These News D's in Your Ear."
Sounds good.
I mean, I don't want to tangent too hard.
One of our old episodes was like, "Get these news D's for your ear."
All right then.
Please go back and listen to that.
Go find that episode. It's probably 100 episodes ago.
Totally related.
This is 166. Did we ever say that?
I don't know. Did you?
Yeah,
it's
by the way,
166.
you're in the middle of 166 right now.
Welcome to 166.
All right. So yesterday we had some big news drop from Cliff Bleszinski, the studio head of...
Now, you said something that was odd to me. Sorry, my fucking microphone's all fucked up.
Uh-oh.
All right. You said something that was very odd to me.
I say that a lot. Things like that.
The impression I got from the article, because I didn't read the article, but I saw the title.
Okay.
The impression I got was that he left the studio, and then you said he closed the studio. So you contradicted yourself a little bit.
You may be right there.
What did he do? Did he leave or close? Or when he leaves, does it all just fold?
I mean, he runs.
No. Okay. So here's the tweet from Cliff Bleszinski himself.
Yeah.
As of today, Boss Key Productions is effectively no more. That's the first sentence.
He folded it.
Yeah, and then he goes on to say, like, 4 years ago...
bitch.
Yeah, he goes on to say, 4 years ago, I set out to make a world-class video game studio. I hired some of the best talent in the video game history.
And I didn't do it.
Blah, blah, blah. So now he's saying he wants to spend more time with his family, and he's going to take a step back.
Oh, he's fucking burned out.
Well, here's the thing.
He's been burned out before.
He has. And
he's doing the Zack Snyder move.
He did Gears of War 1 and 2, I believe. He didn't do 3, I don't think.
He did not. No, he had a role in 3 for sure.
He had a role in 3.
Yeah.
And then
he didn't do like Judgment.
No,
because that was all Coalition at that point.
Yeah, then they changed their name.
Yeah.
Soon around that or after that.
It was like right after that. Yeah, because that's when Microsoft bought them out.
And he was retired for a little bit, and he came back with Boss Key because he pitched Lawbreakers, the game that, remember that game when ultimately it failed. Just call a spade.
None of us played it.
I mean, it just came out at a shitty time with Overwatch.
It was. There was a lot of like it looked like a free to play. Like it was a beautiful game, but it was like $30. It only came out on PC and PlayStation. There's a whole mess of things behind that game. Like he pitched it to multiple studios. No one would pick it up.
Yeah.
No one was behind it. So he made his own studio, which was Boss Key. Lawbreakers ultimately went under, flops, and then like 2 months ago, we came out with Radical Heights.
That was like a month ago. Yeah. That was like out of nowhere. We like, hey, new Battle Royale game. It's out today, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
I'm assuming after they saw the writing on the wall for Lawbreakers, they're like, we need something to stay afloat.
It totally shows. Like it shows so clearly just by that gameplay. Like it is like, how long did this take to make?
I think he said something like a bunch of months, like a handful of months.
That's surprising, even. I mean,
it's not surprising considering. I played it. It's like a janky like Steam Greenlight game. You know what I mean? Like one of those like weird Greenlight games.
Yeah,
but like larger in scale almost.
Yeah, of course. And
it's weird, man. I guess this isn't a surprise. I was surprised by going like, oh, they're just closing the studio down, but.
There was a time in the industry where that name just rung with people. It was the same as like Ken Levine. Yeah, it was the same as like Ken Levine and like Todd Howard. It was like Cliff Bleszinski. Like
Ken Levine, for those of you who don't know, Bioshock guy.
Yeah, Todd Howard.
Shock, yeah.
Yep, Todd Howard was with like the Fallout guy, the guy that always comes out when new Elder Scrolls comes out. Yep. Like he was like an icon in the industry because Gears of War came out and it was like, this is insane. We've never seen anything. That was like the first game that I was like, this is next gen as
There's nothing.
fuck.
There is nothing like this.
Yeah, like when I like, oh my god, Gears 1 on Xbox 360. That was like the multiplayer experience for me. Like, oh my god, I love that game.
It was awesome.
Yeah, and like it was just like he kind of fell out after a while. He was like, I want to get out of games, and like I think that just happens with some people. Even like Ken Levine, like he got out of games. He started doing like weird movie shit, and who knows what he's doing now.
It just burns people. It burns people out.
Today,
the industry is like chewing up people all the time, man.
Today,
it's a tough industry.
I caught a tweet from Cliff because I do follow him on Twitter.
That's why I'm doing a podcast where I talk about it as opposed to fucking actually working in it.
Yeah, yeah. The industry is very scary to work in.
Yeah.
Talking about it is much easier.
I don't want to be anywhere near that shit.
For sure.
So he tweeted
Fucking
today,
blender.
Cliffy B. He's like, he wanted to share some concept art from a game that he had in mind. And I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, he
Balls
said
to the walls at this point.
codenamed Dragonflies. Basically, you were a ninja samurai in airships riding dragons, fighting zombies with friends in PvE.
That's a little intense.
In a PvE feudal punk, he goes, quote, feudal punk setting on floating islands. The airships equal your aircraft carriers. The dragons are your planes. So he's saying, that's essentially what he's saying. You ride dragons to aircraft carriers and airships.
Sounds pretty interesting,
So-
but I probably would never play it.
Yeah,
look
it sounds
at
like
that.
a GameStop fever dream a little bit. It sounds like a little intense, but it looks cool. The art looks very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. Oh, yeah, that looks cool. Like that looks like some like Legends of Dragoon shit right there.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, damn, dude, why didn't you make this game?
Yeah,
the game you
that would have been
should've made.
interesting.
Like as crazy as the
Oh,
idea-
yeah.
yeah. Like look
Well,
at
This looks like something Ubisoft would pick up, honestly, with this
Aesthetically-
art aesthetic.
No, I was going to say aesthetically, what was wrong with Lawbreakers? It wasn't good.
It was very gray. Everything looked the same.
the problem. I
very
think with
hard to watch.
Lawbreakers and Radical Heights, where he was chasing trends.
Wait, Radical Heights failed?
I mean,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
servers are still up, but the studio
studio
shut
is
down.
Shut down.
Oh.
That's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Radical Heights was produced by them.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I checked yesterday in the wake of this news, or like a day or two ago, and just to see what it's doing for numbers on Twitch. I didn't even see it in the top 20.
Radical.
Yeah, Radical Heights. Like it's not even in the top 20. It's just like I don't even like. I gave up. I was like,
honestly
I can't find
think
it.
Fortnite has that is holding that
Wait,
spot.
so like the servers for this brand
They're
new game?
They're going to
are
remain
getting
up
shut down?
until no. They're going to
Further
remain
notice.
up and probably for another few months. Probably.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. We talked about Radical Heights maybe 2 shows ago.
like
Or 3 shows ago.
pretty much like a month ago.
That's the thing.
Nah,
Yeah,
it might have been longer.
Whenever
was like a
Locke,
month
whenever
ago.
Locke was here last.
Yeah.
We had a...
it was about a month
it
ago.
was the show where where Dr. Disrespect was on the cover. No.
You guys have covers now?
Yeah.
He's talking about like the art for our show that
Yeah,
he makes.
I don't remember.
It was the last time Locke was here.
Okay.
If that
The episode was titled... Hold on, I got it. You sold it for cash.
you sold it for cash.
It was 161.
Oh yeah, because
5 episodes ago, so 5 weeks ago.
there you go. That is when
That's
the game
intense.
dropped. Yeah.
That's really intense.
That's when Locke talked about it. He played it. He said it was cool.
We both played it.
You played it
Thanks
as
for
well?
remembering. Thanks for remembering.
Wow.
And we had a pretty
too
in-depth
fixated on the
discussion.
names, not the
he
people
was saying like
involved.
this is like the next thing too. Locke was
It could have been if
Oh my God.
if they spent time.
five fucking weeks later and it's already
Look,
dead.
it probably wasn't making the money that they want. Servers cost money to run.
No shit.
He's employing all these employees. Like this all costs money. And he's like, and I'm guessing the writing on the wall was there. And he was just like, this is unsustainable. We can't do this.
So he was like, he managed to get people like Dr. Disrespect to play it, and then the game still didn't catch on.
It doesn't matter. Like if somebody's playing your game a lot, like if it doesn't catch on, it doesn't catch on. Like you see numbers for old games on Twitch all the time. Like Dr. Disrespect could play like a session of Dark Souls or something for a day, and it's going to do huge numbers. That doesn't mean they're going to start selling copies of Dark Souls again necessarily.
Right.
People are going to go out and like, I don't know, like especially for a game like this. Did this cost money even?
No.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like, come on. Like it all comes down to like
I was
the marketplace
watching-
and how it's advertised.
Dude,
the pricing model wasn't even like ready. Either.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
it
I think
wasn't
they're
even ready to
hitting-
go.
I think they're hitting like market saturation with Battle Royale already because like
Oh, you have yet to see what
Yeah,
this year
dude,
has
wait-
to
wait
offer.
for-
yesterday
we played a game of the E3 predictions. Who's coming out with the most battle royale games?
Oh my god, that's so good,
dude. I went into a game yesterday, which you guys probably have heard of. I went into a game yesterday. Amberkins, who comes to my stream, she's one of my mods. She comes to my stream all the time. She was playing it. I had like rated her stream, and I sat and watched, and I was like looking at the game, and I'm going, "Oh, this looks like PUBG." And I don't know if she plays PUBG or whatever like that, but I looked down, and it's something called Ring of Elysium, and I went, "The fuck!"
Oh,
like this is a clone, like an exact clone. And I started talking to her in the stream, and I said,
"That's just French for Fortnite."
No, I said, what's the deal like with this game? Like it looks exactly like they ripped off the assets from PUBG. It looks like PUBG. It's like exactly like
Doesn't
PUBG.
sound like PUBG.
And she goes,
"Oh my god!"
I'm not even kidding. So she goes, "Oh yeah, she named like 16 different mechanics or whatever that they changed, things they changed." And she basically said like,
"How is that person not dead?"
These people, I said, so basically,
Oh,
I said these people played this PUBG. They liked PUBG, but then they were like, yeah, we don't like this feature in PUBG. Let's make our own game. And this is sustainable. Like this shit.
We're watching fascinating.
We're watching footage right now of this game, and you guys, can you see? It's a
this
clone.
Looks just like PUBG.
It's identical to it. Like,
I mean, I can see where the UI is different and the guns and like the clothing, but like, yeah, it's.
Oh my
basically,
god.
It's totally PUBG.
Yeah.
So somebody already ripped.
Oh my god, the menu is a rip. Holy shit.
Everything about this game.
I think this has yet begun to peak. Just saying.
Looks a little faster, but not in a good way. It looks like they don't care.
She said the changes they made to this is like going from Diablo 3 to Path
of Exile.
Yeah, that's the analogy. Okay. Like if you played Diablo 3, basically the developers of Diablo 3, some of them like left and they said, "Fuck it, we're going to make this game the way people really wanted it." So they ended up making Path of Exile, and Path of Exile's a free game on Xbox and PC, and then has all this stuff that was desired in Diablo 3. And that's exactly like this Ring of Elysium.
Well, if only he got on that.
Yeah, but I think the problem was
or
that
it's Elysium, isn't it?
Ring back of Elysium. To Cliffy, and then we'll move on after this. He was busy chasing these trends, and in times when Overwatch was the biggest thing, in times when PUBG and Battle Royale are duking it out for their top spots, there was no room for Cliffy B.
Yeah,
man.
no, he was just always like a little too.
He's taking care of his kids.
A little too slow on the upkeep. That's fine. It happens.
Good for you, Cliff. Take care of your family.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. We wish you all the best. Hope you come back soon someday.
Something cool.
I mean,
Give us like the weird dragon
I follow him
stuff
on Twitter. He's got good tweets.
Yeah, I mean that's where I ran.
He's still respected. It's just like, again, it's unfortunate how this kind of happened for him. But like, it's not to say he's done completely. Maybe he comes back full force with a game plan, something well produced that he's ready to.
He's in control
release.
of his own destiny. I mean, if he wants, he's got the connections. He can probably come back to the industry.
I'm sure he still has connections. Like I can only imagine how difficult it must be to predict this type of industry and like what is going to catch on and like what people want and like especially with the way streaming is now, like how you even factor what people are going to want to watch, like because that's a whole factor of it.
Thing, what's your ex dude from Kind of Funny doing these days?
Colin, Moriarty.
What's he doing?
He made his like a game YouTube channel, and he does a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah, he
so he's doing all right.
Yeah, I guess he's doing fine.
Yeah,
I personally think oh man, I think he thought he would have been better off staying with Kind of Funny, but to each his own.
Yeah,
right.
He was going his own path at that time, so it's kind of a tricky thing. He's lucky enough to have a following already that would stick with him and knew him from the IGN days and trust what he says. So like he's built up that kind of quote street cred.
Yeah, he focused a lot on history when he left, but now he's pretty much just into pop culture and games again, and it's kind of cool. I'm about it.
I've been sometimes I'll listen to him and he does podcasts with his brother.
Yeah, side quests.
And they talk about like the games we played on SNES and like this was our favorite cartoons when we were a kid.
Yeah,
it's called Side Quest. You said
Colin's Last Stand Side Quest.
Oh, cool.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But
I'll have to check it out. I didn't know.
But I mean, honestly, if we're going to talk about other podcasts right now, Kind of Funny Games Daily is probably
the best.
One of the best daily news shows, like podcasts that I've seen. And I'm like, I know everyone knows I'm a Kind of Funny person, but like
we know
I know you all know, but like I listen to
Iron Storm listening knows too.
Yes, and all the other people in the Kind of Funny Discord do as well. But I listen to a lot of other podcasts as well, like Giant Bomb and various other games, like the Rooster Teeth people. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
But if you want a daily news injection into your brain, that's them.
Cool.
That's the word.
Besides us.
Yeah.
Besides us, of course. Naturally. So let's move
What's
on.
next? Yep.
Rage leaked, and now they announced it.
That's what's going to happen at E3.
I put a comment in our Discord today that I'm going to repeat here on the show.
Do it.
I always wanted to play that Borderlands 3.
I know,
I'm glad somebody finally had the cojones to fucking put it out.
It's kahunas.
Thank God, we've been like all
Not
waiting
cojones.
for that.
What the hell are you
Cojones.
talking about?
I gotta say, it's. I love the look and feel of it.
Do you?
But doesn't it look like fucking
Rage-
Borderland 3? I mean, Rage did when it came out.
I mean, Rage was a lot
Rage-
more. Look, Rage was like a bland, like brown,
Look at all the pink in
open
that
world
fucking
game,
trailer.
and you can tell they're going like, no. We want to. This is crazy and wacky and colorful. Look at all these pinks, man. They really love the pink. It's in every.
Yeah.
Well, it's the aesthetic of the trailer. We don't know
Yeah.
if the game's going to
They're
look like that.
Well,
really
the
invested in
gameplay?
it.
Where's the gameplay trailer?
Yeah. It's being made by Avalanche, or it's being developed by Avalanche. Those are the guys. They
did Mad Max.
They did
right?
do Mad Max.
Which
So you know
That's convenient.
there's
well-
going to be a copy and paste situation here.
I mean, if there's going to be one thing about this game coming from them, it's going to have really good driving mechanics in it, and the driving is a huge mechanic. You can tell just by the trailer. It seems like, and it was kind of a mechanic from the
Original
the
one.
first game. So like,
Yeah, you would upgrade. People thought it would be like Borderlands at the time, but it was like your car is what you upgraded.
Yeah.
The guns were static like Doom. Like like you would get
Yeah.
a gun and that was like the gun.
yeah, it's going open world.
Yep.
So it's like it's kind of weird because it's like now Bethesda has these two open world post-apocalyptic games, and it's like
Wait, I'm sorry. With Fallout,
and it's just like one of them is kind of serious but cool, but like tonally cheeky, and then this one is like kind of the opposite, where it's like it's kind of batshit crazy, and there's like underlying weirdly harsh elements. Like that guy just got stabbed by an electric sword.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the shooting, it looks like Doom. It
No,
looks
no,
like,
it's-
it does.
It looks like it's going to have the same feel as Doom.
I played the first Rage, and I will tell you that game I remember being incredibly tight.
it and Avalanche. You look at that.
Yeah.
Really well built, and not seeing many glitches.
Bulletstorm you
Yeah.
there.
This isn't even going to compare to Fallout because it's going to be tight as fuck and amazing and
action.
have cool
It's mean
cutscenes and
Does it have anything to do with this game?
I believe it's their tech
Yeah,
for sure.
their tech is solid. Like I love Doom.
Oh, you see
Doom
that?
was great.
He
yeah.
just like grenade jumped himself.
Yeah, he just did a little.
Oh yeah, that was a
hoppity.
weapon. In Rage, you had like a boomerang.
Yeah,
like
you
a
had
knife boomerang.
a knife boomerang or whatever.
I'm gonna say this looks like a lot of fun.
It's okay. Yeah.
I mean, if you like Doom, I think if you like the Doom
is
revival,
this the same developer that did Wolfenstein?
no,
No.
but it's the same wheel. It's the same publisher.
Yeah, same publisher,
Yeah.
but that doesn't.
It does look like id Tech.
I think it's a little odd because like tonally, it totally feels like their Watch Dogs, where like Watch Dogs 1 came out, it was super serious. Everybody was like, I don't know if this is a great game or not.
Yeah.
And then this comes out and it's like, no, it's going to be bright. It's going to be cool. It's going to be funny. It's going to be
Yeah.
like really cool. And then like, I don't know. I don't know who's asking for Rage 2. That's my thing.
See, I don't
Like,
think anybody did, but they're like,
now they're trying to justify it. It's like, oh damn, yeah, I could use some Rage. I don't think it's for me. I like there's something about this that just is not interesting to me. I don't know why. I think it might be a little bit too in your face for me. The world looks interesting. I think exploring the world is interesting, but like I don't know. Like when I go into something like Fallout, like this type of world where it's post-apocalyptic, my interest is looking at the world and interacting with the people. This doesn't look like a game I'm interacting with people in. Maybe it has side quests, maybe there's NPCs that I'm going to be interested in, but like this looks like it focuses on the shooting and the actual gameplay. And for an open world game in first person, I don't know if that's what I want out of this.
did you play Doom?
I did play Doom. Doom was great.
So Doom didn't really have a big story focus. It was pretty much all just from the get go, like you're shooting things.
I disagree. I think there was a huge story focus.
Was there really?
If you delve into it and you read the shit about
So
like
I did get stuck like halfway through Doom.
Yeah.
And I got stuck on this one puzzle room or whatever. It was like this big room where you had to get 3 keys to unlock a door, and like I got stuck there, and I was like, I can't.
I think if you went,
something about Doom doesn't appeal to me at all, and that's why I never picked it up. But like, I don't know.
This
man.
is kicking it
I
for
grew
you?
up on. I grew up on.
You might like this.
Here's what's funny. I grew up on Mad Max, and I'm a huge Mad Max fan. Right. I have the collection and everything like that. Never picked up the Mad Max game. Not one, never even thought about it.
Wasn't it like free on like...
Yeah, it was free on PlayStation Plus last month.
Right, but I never picked it up. This game, maybe the marketing of Mad Max was weak or something.
You know that...
It came out the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5.
A plus what?
PlayStation Plus?
Yeah.
You know you can claim the games the month that they become free and then download them at a later date.
Yeah, but I just forgot.
It's fine. That happens.
I should remind you more often.
Remind me.
You don't need to go back and play Mad Max.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not going back to play Mad Max.
Don't go back.
I thought about
It's
it
okay.
for 2 seconds.
Look ahead.
And I said, maybe I should find Mad Max cheap.
Look that
And then
way.
I said, why don't I just get this game?
You could. Yeah.
Because it's
totally.
developed by the same studio, and it has a Mad Max vibe, and it's open world. I might as well fucking do it.
Cool.
To be fair,
I played the first one.
I'm not too great or too big of a fan of Borderlands. So, like, this is doing the same thing for me that Borderlands does for me, where people are like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be super fun, like a loot shooter and stuff. And it's like, I guess it's kind of in your face.
What
and
if
I don't
this
really
isn't
like
a
that.
loot shooter, though?
If it's not a loot shooter, then I don't know what the appeal is of running around an open world.
Well, I remember the first.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You
It's
want
like,
some kind
what
of
am I doing then?
some
Am
progression.
I just killing mobs of enemies? That's boring. In an open world game, where is the progression system?
No, I remember the first Rage had all kinds of like RPG mechanics for like unlocking perks and unlocking weapons.
it?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know.
I played a little bit of it.
played none of it.
It's been a long time, so maybe I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking
I remember
about.
upgrading the car. That's
Yeah,
what I
there's
remember.
those were, but there was shit on the cars that you had to unlock.
Right. That was
Like, in order
that
to-
was it. That
Maybe
was the
that's what
thing.
it was.
Here's my
maybe
question.
it wasn't with the gunplay.
Is this all they're showing? Is Bethesda really doing a conference this year and just showing Rage 2? That's
No.
it. You think they have something else?
Oh, yeah, I think
What
they
do you
have a
think
lot.
they have?
Well, back to last week's episode.
I mean, we speculated on
We did
Elder
speculate
Scrolls
on
6.
I think we're getting a tease.
I
at
asked the
least.
question.
We got to get a tease of it.
But do you think they're not going to do what they did with Fallout 4 and be like, it comes out in 5 months?
No,
Because that's what they did.
no. I think they would have came out like a big budget game like that. Like, okay, so here's the thing: they're pushing Rage right now. Clearly, they care about Rage because who the fuck cares about Rage?
Right.
They care about Rage because they made a fucking sequel to it and they're going full force. They're releasing all this information prior to E3,
Yep.
which is exactly what they did with Fallout 4 because they knew that this shit was going to get spoiled. It clearly did.
It did. Yep.
And this is going to be a focus. This is going to be their Dishonored 2, or last year, which they came out, or no, last year they focused on Wolfenstein 2.
Yep.
And the year before that, they focused on Dishonored 2. And the year before that, they focused on Fallout 4.
Correct.
So they have one big focus where they're like, this is what we want to show you.
So you think they're showing us a lot more of this?
This is what we're seeing. This is their big game that's coming out this year.
So
they are going to tease Elder Scrolls.
I had rumors
You
for a
think?
game called
Six.
Starfield.
Garfield.
Starfield. Garfield the cat.
Garfield.
Coming back to the gaming
Okay.
screens.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking amazing
They could-
game.
they could release
it's
a new
Garfield in space.
They can release whatever they want as far as a
Garfield.
new IP. It's not going to do shit because they've done that in the past. They've released like weird like team-based, like there was like that weird Team Fortress game that they released where it was like all like hand-to-hand combat. That did nothing. I think that game just fizzled out. Like their conferences aren't that great sometimes.
What
Like
game was all
Last year wasn't
hand,
great.
What hand in hand?
it's old. You don't need to worry about it. We haven't seen it in 3 years. Like last year it was like
Bethesda Land, which was
yeah,
not
Bethesda Land, which was kind of boring. Like they talked about mods coming to like their old ass games. It's like, what the fuck are you talking
great. Yeah, they showed
about?
a lot more Skyrim like in VR
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
We'll see a tease for something. I don't think we're getting anything Fallout related, unfortunately. I think we'll get a tease for Elder
Well,
Scrolls.
here's my question, because this is coming spring 2019. Spring 2019.
Yeah.
What is their winter game?
Their winter game is nothing. They're not coming out with a winter game.
Are you serious? You think they got nothing?
I guarantee you they have nothing. I think
Oh
that
my
they
God.
I think
Why even hold a press conference then?
because they want to get you hyped for what the fuck Rage 2 is because nobody cares about Rage 2. And then they give you a tease and be like, "Oh shit, that's awesome. I can't wait for Elder Scrolls." And then next year
Yeah.
they fucking Elder Scrolls is their focus next year. They tease it. That's what they've done every single year. They give you a tease.
Here's what my list of Bethesda predictions.
Yeah.
I wrote Elder Scrolls ? Mainline. Trip said Morrowind remastered.
No,
I wrote that down.
I
don't think so either.
I think we get Oblivion remaster before we get Morrowind remaster.
I mean, I'd play the shit out of Oblivion.
I would play Oblivion again. Fuck it.
Prey 2? Probably too soon.
I think we get Prey DLC. I think that's the gap.
That would be cool. Doom 2?
No.
What is id Proper working on?
Id's engine is doing this. I think id Proper is going away to work on something new.
And then Starfield.
Doom 2 could happen. That is totally something that can continue.
They probably are working on it because that was a breakout hit.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I wouldn't be surprised if this conference is 30 minutes long.
Probably.
I think it's going to suck.
It's probably for the best.
I think everybody's going to be like, "That was how we start this." Fuck.
That's a weak showing.
Because they're not doing it. They've done every single year has been a tease. Dishonored 2 was the tease for the first year. Wolfenstein 2 was the tease for the second year. This is going to be our tease, and we're going to get Elder Scrolls, and we're going to see like a dragon or some bullshit. Somebody's going to say Fusra in the audience. Everybody's going to get hype, and then we're not going to hear about it for a whole fucking year.
Why would there be dragons?
I don't know, because it's
he's
fucking...
He's
do you remember the plot?
What do you want? What? You want to see a cat on the screen? It's like a cat man.
It's going to be elsewhere, dude. They're gonna fucking put us back in elsewhere with the cats.
Sure. There's just gonna be an Argonian on the screen.
What do they always fucking say?
This is what we're doing.
There's like this like weird pun in Skyrim where they're talking about elsewhere. So I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on to what will probably be the smash hit of E3. Nintendo. Because our E3 list. Yeah, get it?
My God.
See what I did there? Yeah, I'm glad he caught it.
That's what he wants. That's what he wants.
I do want me some Smash, baby.
Smash
Brothers.
Fucking good.
Smash Brothers.
I'm ready for it.
Yo, man. Yo, we gonna play some Smash Bros?
Hey, let's come on down to my mom's house and we'll smash and eat some sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we're gonna play some Smash Bros.
Yeah.
All right, just to recap you or fill you in, Snacks. Last week we talked about I want to see Pokemon.
Yeah.
I want to see Metroid.
Yeah.
I want to see Smash. I mean, they're going to show us what Smash is going to look like.
I would buy a Metroid.
You'll probably get like
I would buy a Metroid
60% of that.
I would buy a Metroid game.
You're not getting...
I heard you.
We
heard you.
We're not getting Metroid.
Well, they're going to show it to us.
They're not.
You think so?
You really think they're going to show us that?
Why not?
Because this is the new Breath of the Wild. They're going to announce it, and we're not going to see it for a while. Dude, I'm just trying to be real with you. I don't mean to be this bummer.
Okay, but I'm 90% sure we're seeing Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with you. I'm just trying... Look, I'm just... Right now, Neo...
I love you. You're trying to hold me back.
I love you, Neo,
Yeah.
but like, I'm just trying to tell you Santa Claus isn't real, but you're still getting presents.
Oh my God.
What would the tease for Metroid look like?
We got it last year.
We did
We're
get
not
it
getting a
last year.
tease.
Yeah.
What was it?
A title card.
Oh, Jesus.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Coming, and it said now in production.
I honestly,
not even coming soon.
Yeah,
It said,
I wouldn't
like,
be
now in
surprised
production.
if tomorrow Nintendo gives a big press release that says you will not see Metroid at E3.
Okay.
I think we see Fire Emblem at E3.
Okay.
That was
write that down.
confirmed
I'm
a
gonna
whole
write that down.
year
I'm
ago.
going to write that from Snacks.
Yeah.
This is E3 prediction part 2 over here.
They talked about it within the first year. They said a major Fire Emblem game will be coming to Switch in 2018, and they did not mean Warriors. Warriors already came out. They were like, we are working on a traditional Fire Emblem game for Switch.
I don't even know that game. What is it?
It's turn-based.
Turn-based grid
strategy.
system.
Yep.
It gets really deep with the characters.
Yeah.
There's like for example, Smash Wii U has 1 million Fire Emblem characters because you essentially raise these characters, you have babies with them, and then they grow up and become Marth and shit. Like I don't know.
It's cool.
It's like it's wacky.
You have relationships with your teammates, and you get to know them, and it makes you better in battle with them, and it's like a grid combat
You mean
system.
AI teammates?
Yes.
Got it.
But you control them all.
Yeah,
like,
you control them.
equally.
Yeah.
Like chess.
So like, yeah, think about Mass Effect relationships or
Yes.
something, but then you control them actively on the playfield. It's great. It's very fun.
And
I
it's
hope we
very
get another
popular
one.
series. So
Very popular.
yeah. So one thing for sure is Pokemon is probably coming.
I can't wait.
We got
It's
some
real.
major leaks this week. One from Emily, what's her face? Who?
Good old Emily, what's her face? Who knows what she looks like?
Sorry, there's an insider who always is usually right when it comes
Who's
to
Emily?
Nintendo. I just said the name.
Here's the
It's-
thing: people
hang on.
post to NeoGAF these things like a week ahead, and 50%
Emily
of the
Rogers.
time,
Sorry,
they're-
Emily Rogers.
Yeah.
She's a well-known kind of insider. Sometimes she's wrong.
Thank you, Emily.
A lot of the time she's right.
Good job, Emily.
So,
go on. Know your face.
Go on.
No, I was just saying, like, when this stuff goes up on NeoGAF and whatever, like, it'll usually be, like, 50%, like, dead wrong. Where the fuck did you pull this out of? This is, like, stupid.
Well...
And then 50% is like, oh, my God, it was exactly right. Holy shit.
Allow me to read this rumor from 4chan.
Oh, baby.
This is, like, the garbage pile of the internet.
I know.
You know, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I know what 4chan is.
Yeah,
yeah.
If you think NeoGAF or Reddit is bad.
Yeah, it's like a Cabbage Patch Kid on fire.
I don't really know what any of those are personally.
I'm going to read these to you guys just so you are on the same page as me.
Yeah.
Go.
Real leaks. Let's go.
Oh.
Number 1, Yellow remakes for Switch. Pokemon Yellow.
God.
2 versions, Pikachu and Eevee. Red and Blue play a role in the story. You and your rival are the new trainers. So, like, you play as Gary. I believe what that's insinuating.
Oh, my God.
One version you're Ash, one version you're Gary.
No way.
Are you being...
No, that's insane.
Is genuine excitement?
Yeah, they gotta have a female character.
What? Ash can be a girl. Make her a girl. Make her a girl. Whatever.
Okay, you're literally... I don't think you realize how many people just flipped out at their fucking radios listening to this.
Look. You can be like, do you want to be female Ash? Do you want to be male Ash? It doesn't matter. Gender is fine. It's fine. They'll do it.
I don't think you know Pokemon fans.
Do Pokemon have genders?
You get to choose your gender.
Yeah, in the newish 3DS ones, you can be you can be whatever you want.
They would literally get boycotted.
What's
so hard if they didn't have
what delineates
a
a male versus from a female Pokemon?
Nothing. It's just choice.
It's just choice. And the characters will just... It all does is change your pronoun, I guess.
Yep.
That's it.
It just changes the pronoun, but the fucking Pokemon looks the same.
Pokemon fucking looks the same.
Continue.
Right, I'm going to move on, though.
Yeah.
All right, so HMs are still replaced with Pokeride from Aloha. I didn't play that. I didn't play
Aloha. Yeah.
Online has a hub for players. So
Whoa.
like a hangout hub.
That's cool.
Pokemon Go integration. This seems the most far-fetched to me.
Yeah, I don't know about
Catching
that.
Pokemon works like in Go. That's what the sentence says.
No, that's bullshit. I don't believe that at all.
Rewards in game and in Go for linking the two together.
Yeah.
So
they've done weird stuff.
This is kind of that seems a little more right to me.
Yeah. I could see the integration to the game to Go. I could see that, especially because they have the smart app now, or the app could link directly into Pokemon Go as a game.
I didn't think of that because who the fuck uses that app?
Whoever's playing the new Pokemon game, that's who.
Right.
So I could see that, but like that's it.
A new accessory can be used with both Go and the Switch games.
We don't need any more fucking accessories.
No, we don't.
Come on.
But it's a Nintendo. Of course, this sounds like right up Nintendo's wheelhouse.
Yeah. It's gonna sell out in 5 minutes, and then
announcement soon, releasing this year.
Whoa, that's intense. I mean, I think Pokemon is happening this year. I think it's going to be their major focus.
And leaked box art.
Okay, that.
Just saying, it's going to be called Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Those are the working titles.
Yeah, they are working. Damn, they need to work something better out than that. Shit.
I don't know.
Interesting. Very. I don't know, man. Like, I think that there's a lot of possibilities with that. Nobody's talking to you, Xbox.
What was that noise?
Was that your Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, it just turned on.
Did somebody say Xbox on?
No.
You
Xbox
just did.
Off. So anyway.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I think that this is, if anything, it's going to bide them some time until whatever the next generation is, because, like, you know, traditionally with Pokemon, like, it's generation moves. So you have a whole slew of new Pokemon that come out with the generations. It's usually like 100 or 150. There's like almost 1,000 Pokemon now.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like,
but if the rumors are true, this is a remake of the Gen 1.
Yeah, so that would... And, like, usually what they'll do with some of these remakes is the whole base game will be the original content, and then in end game, you have access to all the other Pokemon. So, like, it's kind of like,
revisit old areas to get new Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. And then it'll be like, oh, cool. Like, you finished the game. Now you can go back, and now there's a bunch of new Pokemon in the grass and stuff. So, like, it's a cool way to have you going back, and that's exactly how you get into endgame, where if you want to get good at multiplayer and stuff. Like, I've gotten into some rabbit holes. Like, Pokemon X and Y, I got so hardcore with that game, just with like training and like actually collecting Pokemon. And they had like an auction house where you could trade Pokemon with other ones. And like people would go hard in that shit. And like just to get the exact stats you need on a Pokemon.
I remember training for IVs.
Oh my God. The IVs and the EVs, it's so hardcore. Like people go so fucking hard just to get the perfect roll on it. And
yeah,
like,
that's just essentially for anyone listening there, that's you're rolling for stats on the Pokemon.
Yeah,
by raising them or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's intense and like it's fun and like it's super addictive. But I don't know. Like, I think that like this is probably a smart move. Like, if this is real, to go back to something original, especially something as loved as the first gen, because like especially with the Switch, I think it's bringing in an audience that maybe fell out of love with Nintendo.
I think that's me.
And coming back into this and having touchstones like the first generation being like, hey, you have this Nintendo system you love. Here's fucking Smash Brothers, and here's a Pokemon game with actual Pokemon you can relate to.
Dude, sometimes
not garbage Pokemon.
Listening to you say this, sometimes I'm like, damn, that's really fucking smart.
Yeah.
Like real, and then other times I'm like Nintendo. I'm like, Nintendo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you making cardboard toys? You know,
let them love the cardboard.
I know,
whatever.
and that's fine. And like, let them have fun. It's whatever. But like, or like the stupid online service or whatever.
Miyamoto went to IKEA and he thought it was brilliant, so he made a whole game about it.
I love it. If that was the real, I would love that.
Yeah.
If he made Labo like that. Oh my God.
There's just some Swedish meatballs in the box.
Do you think? Would you see yourself playing Pokemon if it came to Switch?
Should. Yeah.
Are you guys trying to draw me into this fucking conversation?
I told you
we're attempting to.
I said the same fucking thing. Like this time last year after we saw Nintendo at E3, I was like, I would fucking pay money to see you play Pokemon and just walk around a forest with a bunch of dead Pokemon in your bag, not knowing what to do, getting mad. It'd be so fucking good. Are you kidding me? Having like little fucking
Snax the Cat, gift it to the stream and I'll play it for you.
Oh my God, I might do this.
That's it.
Shit. That's a challenge.
I hope the challenge is accepted.
Yeah, which one do you want, Pikachu or Eevee?
I don't fucking know.
What's the difference?
Do you want the rat or do you want the one that looks like a fox?
A game?
Okay, shut up. You're getting the rat.
You're getting the rat.
What's the rat?
Pikachu.
I don't understand.
You know what Pikachu looks like.
You know what a Pikachu is.
No, but like, is this all in one game or is there a game with the rat?
They split them up.
So what the way Pokemon works is they release two versions. They have different Pokemon in each one. Some are missing from either version.
More than one version of the game is released.
Yes.
This is brilliant marketing.
It
is because then
they did it in '96.
Then you buy both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, I gotta get this. Like, I gotta get these Pokemon. They're not in this game. Why isn't it in there? Because you gotta buy the other game too. So then you buy two copies.
And if you really went down the rabbit hole,
how do they
you would buy
connect?
2 Game Boys.
All
right. What generation? What generation are we talking about?
Okay, don't. No, that's too much.
How do you think they're going to connect in the modern console?
With the Nintendo Online service.
With the Nintendo Cloud service.
Yeah, they just announced last week and they detailed.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, if you were paying attention in the leaks list.
How much do I got to pay
Online
for that?
Hub for...
How much do I got to pay for that?
$20 a year. Or...
$20 a year, huh?
Yeah.
That's
and you get 20 games are
the box.
currently... in the works of coming out, 10 are announced. Mm-hmm. So you get free NES games as well.
What?
Yeah.
I'll pay $20 a year.
Should I bring up the...
Let's not.
No, you don't have to bring it up.
You also get cloud save storage.
Did you talk about all this just a minute ago when you were talking about Pokemon?
All right, listeners, in case you were wondering, we were diving into this Pokemon hole, and Felix, I think he just left the room.
No,
I think is what happened.
Oh, he checked the fuck out.
I blacked out, but you didn't talk about like online services with Nintendo.
No, that was something. That was information that came out last week when we did our E3.
But we didn't talk about it.
No,
that's relevant for me because I own a Switch. $20, and what else? What else?
Hang on, Nintendo Online. Let's.
All right.
I'm going right directly to the source.
You get cloud saves finally.
You get cloud saves.
Yep.
So individual memberships. It seems to be worth it to just pay for.
Yeah, just do the year.
Do the $20 for a year.
Oh yeah.
3 months for $8. Are you kidding me?
What the fuck is that?
$20.
What am I going to do in 3 months?
Or I'm waiting. I want to know what the family membership's all about.
It's just multiple members, like multiple
accounts,
profiles on the Switch.
That was my question. Okay. Well, is that?
Yeah, I wouldn't need that.
Yeah. Because if I have a profile and you have a profile on the same Switch and you have the $20 membership, I can't play on my profile.
Gotcha.
You gotta get family.
Cool. That's just the pricing tier.
Yep.
That's features. Here we go.
You have access to the app. I think they're trying to say that the app will become exclusive only to people that have the subscription, which nobody uses the app now unless they want to do Splatoon.
So this will allow you to play games online, which is, I think, is kind of annoying because they've made Splatoon, ARMS, and Mario Kart already free to play online.
Yeah.
They did, however, last year go, well, this isn't going to be forever. Our online service is coming. They've
been
say that.
very firm about that since the announcement.
But
that,
like
we
if
have
you
an
were to
online
buy
system.
Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, that company would probably update that game to play online.
It might be forced under Nintendo's service. We don't know yet. They only listed here Splatoon 2, ARMS, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Sushi Striker, and that's the Sushi Striker.
Hell yeah, Sushi Striker.
So those are the only games that are going to have online support
for now.
Yes,
and Smash probably.
And
Smash Bros.
Smash
Bros.
All right. Enjoyed 20 NES games with added online play for the first time ever. So they are upgrading NES titles with online play.
That also means no virtual console.
Right. And they even came out and said a couple days
Original
after this.
NES?
Yes.
Yeah. People, there's an audience.
Super Mario Brothers 3 or something?
Yeah. The list currently is soccer, tennis, Donkey Kong, Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros, Balloon Fight, Ice Climber, Dr. Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Mario Bros 3.
Neat.
And they're saying they're adding like for Dr. Mario, it looks like it's multiplayer.
That's cool.
And those are the ones that are included
in the membership, yes. And then
these are the first 10 that they announced.
Yeah. Assuming that they update it regularly and maybe rotate it like Netflix. That would be cool. I'd be about that, where it's like, oh yeah, these are the 10 games we get this like 1 to 3 months, and then there's the next 10. There's a huge catalog there too. I mean, they don't have to stop at NES. They can go SNES if they really want.
Keep going. Go GameCube, baby.
Yeah, baby. Let's get it on there. Come on.
This I think is the shittiest thing. Cloud save backup.
Yeah, it's stupid, man.
Well, here's the thing. It wouldn't be so much of an issue for me if it wasn't locked behind an online service. They don't even provide you with a way of backing up to like a USB drive, like backing up your save. So if anything happens to your Switch, you're screwed unless you pay for the service.
There was that third-party dock.
Pretty shitty.
It was in the news a lot a couple weeks ago. I think it was like a Nyko one or like something. But like it was a third-party Switch dock that was bricking systems with the newest software update.
I have one. I haven't used it since the update.
Okay, cool.
It's in my bag right now.
Yeah, no, but like it literally bricked the systems, and people would send their systems into Nintendo to fix it, and it would come back with no data on it.
Yeah, they wipe it.
Yeah, so like literally, you use a third-party dock, and it happens to have a bug, and like it's shitty, like everything that happens with the dock. But at the end of the day, it's like they have to wipe your system to fix this problem because you're totally bricked, and at that point, you can't do anything. It's just like, fuck.
I haven't used it since.
What is the motivation for buying a third-party dock?
Just the appearance and like the accessibility of it.
This is my Switch kit. I got a little Switch.
Hell yeah! Look at that Switch kit.
Out,
That's a good Switch kit. Damn.
Oh, my screen's on.
Oh man, he's trying to hang out.
Oh, look, it's bricked.
It's frozen.
It's totally bricked.
God. All right, hang on.
Speaking of a bricked
I'll
Switch,
take care of that 1 second.
We got one right in front of us.
This is my portable dock. I haven't used it since this, but it's got HDMI hookup.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's got everything. So I don't need to take that big ass dock with me. Yeah, here you go. Wow. I would just take this with me and an HDMI cord and the power cord, and boom, I have an instant Switch set up. That's it. But now I'm actually really concerned about my Switch right here.
I think you'll be good. That's
I'm
fire.
sorry.
Though.
I hope
Wow.
you're okay.
Yeah, but I haven't plugged it in since the 5.0 update.
Yeah,
I haven't done it
Because you heard that's the one with the problem.
A lot of them are doing it.
A lot of them, yeah.
I went on. Oh wow, this is really warm. This has been on all since lunch when I played it. Shit.
Yeah, I did that recently with my Switch. I left it on for months and then it died. Natural causes, and I was worried that like I killed it.
What the fuck are you talking
Wait,
about?
your like newish Switch?
Yeah, like I put it back in sleep mode.
Where is it?
And didn't realize.
Yeah, where is it? I noticed that one. Where's your dock?
It's in a bag. It's in my.
You bagged your Switch?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, it's in a book bag. It's fine. He's taking it with him. It's cool, guys.
Okay, yep.
It's a portable machine, but
yes, we're cool. We're cool people.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, there it is. But to
white
emphasize
I'm gonna play
what
that
you're
later.
talking
Arms
about,
demo.
like, look what I have to do to bring my dock. To bring the box.
Yeah, you brought the whole box.
Yeah,
You're
I used the
insane.
box to carry all the.
Oh, I just wrap it in a
Shit,
sock or something. I don't know, like a towel.
No, look what I got.
I go.
All right, so
Pure portable.
For those who are listening, he's
I'm
got
opening
the
my
Switch
original
box.
Nintendo Switch box to show him the accessories I bring with the Switch in this box.
He's got all the cables.
I have a Pro controller.
Two Pro controllers.
No, I have the specialty Link
Special
controller.
Link controller.
I love that controller.
Legend of Zelda controller. And then, like these things, they don't fit in the fucking Switch case. These fucking things.
Oh, yeah,
what are those
Joy-Con
fucking
grips.
called? The Joy-Con?
The Joy-Con thingies.
Knobs or whatever.
See, they're in here too.
And then
Oh, yeah.
HDMI cables.
Like even with my little bag here, I'm like, this is like the whole party right
Yeah,
here.
hell yeah.
This is all you need.
Speaking
well,
of
I mean,
which,
you got the
get on that.
yeah. There's last piece of news here. Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh no,
Snax.
I was gonna say get on that Mario Tennis demo.
Wait, what?
Yeah, June 1st. We get a Mario Tennis Aces demo.
Oh well, of course I'm gonna be on
Fuck
that. Are you kidding me?
yeah, I'm
ready
so
for it.
hyped for tennis.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it yet though, because I don't know how much I can like devote to like a tennis game.
Blasphemy, bro.
I know, and like a lot of people I'm talking to are really excited about
It's gonna be fire.
it. All right, the last
Fire.
piece of news. You're excited, Snax, about
Flames.
Retro Studios.
I'm excited. I've had such a difficult relationship with this news. Continue.
So apparently they're making the Star Fox game.
Yeah.
Do you know any deals about it?
So apparently what it is a lot of rumors just came out in regards to Retro Studios, which are responsible for the Metroid Prime series, like as a whole, all 3 games. They did the Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze games on Wii and Wii U. Their big studio game that they're doing now, because they've been under wraps since 2013. That's when Tropical Freeze initially came out. They're working on a spinoff to Star Fox, and it's going to be a hybrid between F-Zero and Diddy Kong Racing,
That's crazy.
where you basically, it makes perfect sense when you think about it, but it's a racing game for Star Fox where you're switching from your normal, ship into a land mode, into a underwater mode, into all these different modes. So think the speed of F-Zero with those kind of functionality changes in what you see in Star Fox, but faster, kind of like what Diddy Kong Racing does.
That's really cool.
So I'd totally be down for that. And at first I was like, that's not what I wanted. Retro is such a talented studio. They make really polished and well-crafted games. But the more I think about it, the more it's no, this totally makes sense for the series. I don't need another Star Fox Adventures where it's a Zelda clone. This seems interesting. When I talk to people about it, they're like, but Mario Kart, they don't need another racer. And it's I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they need to change it up. Maybe we need something new because Star Fox Zero sucked, straight up. I'm and there's already leaks this logo, Star
Fox Grand Prix.
Yep, that's apparently the name. But
You think this is going to be at the conference?
I think this is totally going to be at the conference. And I think we get a date early 2019. So I don't think we get it this year. I think they want to focus on Smash for this year and Pokemon.
Yeah.
If that ends up being for real.
They tend to do really well when they focus solely on
Yeah.
two or one products.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I think that we get this as the tease for what's in the next year to come, because we haven't gotten too many 2019 teases yet. And they've been really good with dates, honestly. I kind of want to commend them on how accurate they've been, because I even think about the first year and they were yep, this is the big reveal event. You can expect ARMS, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Zelda, Xenoblade, all coming out this year. And we're
they were spaced enough apart that you had something to play on your Switch at least every other month.
Yeah. And it was just all right, cool, we'll see which ones get delayed. And none of them got delayed.
Yeah.
It was really
that
weird.
That was real impressive.
It was just whoa, they're actually keeping true. So then a few months ago when they're Smash is going to be coming out this year, we're all sure it is. And then it's no, it's going to be playable at E3. It's oh shit. They're really hitting these days. I think they've realized how much they've been burned in the past and how
they burned consumers.
Yeah,
customers.
for sure.
Yeah.
And just with revealing things and especially just everything that happened with Breath of the Wild. As much of a fantastic.
What happened with Breath of the Wild?
That game is fantastic, but we saw that game first years ago, 2013 or 14 is when we first saw it.
And it was going to be a Wii U game only.
Yeah, and then we didn't hear about it forever. We kept getting notices before E3 of the next years where it's not going to be here.
At the end of Wii U's life, they did the only game they had was Breath of the Wild that 1 year before Switch.
E3.
Yeah.
Insane. The only game they had that year, and it was just whoa, this is weird.
They canceled features on it for the Wii U gamepad. It was crazy.
So I think that they really just realized like everything they fucked up with Wii U and how trash of a system that is. I can't emphasize that enough.
Dude, I'm glad these Wii U games are coming because
fuck yeah.
I missed them. I missed all these Wii U games.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then like I think they're just like, look, these studios, you go dormant, you focus on the next system. We're going to just let this thing like swan song with Zelda for whenever the fuck it comes out. And now all these studios have had so much time to develop that, like, again, Retro, they haven't released a game in 5 years. It's been 5 years, almost 6 by the time, like, I think this is going to come out in 2019. So, like, yes, that's a perfect amount of time for them to be like, yes, 2019, it is definitely coming out. And we see it locked in for a date. I don't think we've really seen anything gotten pushed for Switch yet.
Well, as soon as we've seen them announce dates when they're short, it seems like.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll just say coming soon or whatever.
They keep the cards very close to their chest, and then they're like, this is when it is. And you can expect it to come out at that time. I was surprised when Mario hit its release sooner than I expected.
Right.
And it was like, dope, awesome. This is
fantastic.
the Nintendo I like.
Do you, now just going off to more E3, do you see any wild cards that we don't know about or haven't even talked about?
I think people have forgotten enough about Fire Emblem that we do get Fire Emblem, kind of going back to that. I definitely think we're seeing Fire Emblem. And then I'd say, like, we'll probably see the Yoshi game again.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like, that's the thing.
Is that 2018?
They were saying, that it was supposed to be 2018. So, like, maybe we'll see that. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to see Metroid. I think that we focus on Smash and possibly this Pokemon game, and we see some teases for what's down the line, like maybe Yoshi, maybe we see like some of the Star Fox game, because I'm trying to think like what else could we even get.
I do have another rumor for Retro Studios.
Yeah,
they have another project in development alongside Star Fox.
I did hear about this actually. They
may be in danger of cancellation, this article says.
It's interesting. I'd be really interested in seeing what else they could do. Because, again, they have, like, I think the Switch will have a unique Nintendo IP that comes out this generation. Because the Wii U had Splatoon, and that was a huge success. It was like, we haven't done a new IP in a long time. This is going to be our chance at one. And it was very successful. And then I think that, like, maybe they start showing whatever they got up their sleeve. Because, like, we're clearly not seeing F-Zero anytime soon.
No, I don't think we're going to see that at all, if even.
Yeah. Maybe. I think maybe the one big trump card, and this is going to be weird, but follow me. I think we're going to get a tease for Fortnite.
Oh.
I think it's time.
That's entirely possible.
It is the last console to get it. I think we get some type of sizzle reel with Fortnite being played on the Switch.
I bet they do, like, here's all the stuff, because they really need to sell their online service, because no one has any faith in it. Let's just be real.
Fortnite would be a good one for that.
Throw that in there, man. People are like, okay, on my Switch.
It is the only system that doesn't
definitely
have it.
been rumored, though, right?
Yeah.
Has it? Yeah, I think
it's
you're
been.
right.
There's been rumblings, so like I think it's time. You know,
ooh, that would be a crazy.
And having that on the go, I think that's what gets you into Fortnite, my friend.
I think that is how I play Fortnite.
Yeah, have it on the go.
No, people play it all the time on the iPhone.
But like, take that shitty like mobile format. Like, not to discredit it. Like, I'm sure it runs great, but like, give me actual gameplay controls on
a portable machine.
Yeah, on a portable machine. Like, let me get that. Like, I think people would be all about that.
It's on the iPhone.
With shitty touch controls.
Oh, is it shitty? I haven't fucked with it.
It's not great.
I think we got a tease of it. I think we got a sizzle reel. Kind of like how we got Rocket League and the sizzle reel last year. And it's like, people were like, fuck yeah. That's what
Rocket
I want.
League on my Switch.
Give me that.
You play that on the Switch?
Do I play it on Switch? No. I play it on PS4.
I have it on Switch.
Yeah, because you brought it over.
Did you really?
No, we did it live on my stream.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
That was the only time.
I like it on Switch. It's good.
It was the only time I've ever played Rocket League.
It has a performance mode and it has a visual mode. Yeah,
you can switch it. The little Switch Pro.
I know, right?
Their little Switch X.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up in a minute. I think we're about done.
Let's get done.
Just so you know, Felix has been watching Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
I'm trying to process in my brain if this is a game that I would ever play. And I still haven't figured it out.
I think you would like it because I think you would swear a lot at it because it's very hard.
Yeah, it has difficulty spikes.
Well, like I did start and grow up on side scrollers. Right?
This is a heavy nostalgia.
But recently
game for me.
I bought the recently I bought the SNES Classic.
Yeah.
And that
has
Donkey Kong Country on it, and I played it for 5 minutes, and then I was disinterested.
Wow, I loved it.
I spent a lot of time on all three.
Hell
of those
yeah.
games.
Well, I never played it when I was younger, because when everyone played it as a kid, I was a grown up.
Yeah, I had those on my SNES. I still have them. I still have cartridge versions of them.
Yeah, Donkey Kong
grew up
Country
on
came
Donkey
out
Kong.
what, in the late 90s?
I'd say early 90s.
Yeah.
Probably
Really?
like
Is that
93,
early?
94.
They
Maybe
came
I
out
did
along
play it.
along the lifespan of there was like 3 of them that came out during the life of
Yeah,
SNES.
yeah. But
Anyway,
yeah.
Maybe it was just a game I wasn't interested in when I was younger, because I was younger in the early 90s.
I mean, to be fair, it's not a popular platform. Like, people love Donkey Kong, but like,
It's not the go-to.
yeah, it's not like Mario. It's not tight like Mario controls. It's definitely different. It's a little floaty. It's got a different vibe to it.
This footage I'm watching had some interesting moments where it goes 3D.
Yes, yeah. The barrel can do some cool stuff.
Yeah, the barrel stuff. Yeah, looked pretty cool.
Yeah. But no,
I would not pay $60 for this fucking game, though. I don't.
it's so fun,
I
dude.
guess I don't put a high value on like just platformers.
See, I think Nintendo puts high values on their products.
Well, on the IP of
Yeah.
Donkey Kong, I mean, come on, they fucking built their whole house on that.
You'd be surprised. Like, that game has a lot of polish in it, in the music, the tone, the
I hear
way
the music is crazy.
everything
good.
looks. Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, so it's almost like a 2.5D.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
very much like the Assassin's Creed games that were side scrollers.
Yeah, the side scroller, the side beats they did on like Xbox Live and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the SNES Classic, though, NES Classic going back on sale June
Really?
29th.
Well, thank God, because
I
like
am
no
so
one got
hyped.
those.
And here's the best deal about it:
That's the one that I really want.
they're going to be selling it all through the end of the year.
Damn.
I am so fucking
and it's still going to be at that like $60
$60,
price point.
$59.99.
That's
baby.
worth it.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
You
No, it
already
is
know.
worth it. Like the titles that were on there are like all the titles I played when I was a kid.
Standing
dude.
outside the line. Are you kidding me? Oates and I.
And
Oates,
we probably
friend of
paid
the show.
for
Him
each
and
of
I.
the
We're outside there with some
I could-
coffee.
dude.
We're getting it.
no, but for each of the
Fucking
games
This is
that
like
were
the
on
Retro
there,
Master.
like back in the day, weren't Nintendo games like $60?
Like 80.
There, yeah,
There's
it,
different
it
price,
fluctuates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's fluctuation.
Really? They were
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
like. I mean, I wasn't readily buying my own games.
I remember my
parents would
mom
buy them.
hating getting me like anything on SNES or anything like that.
Oh, she would have loved you with Neo Geos,
Oh Jesus.
TurboGrafx games.
Oh, is that what you had?
No, I would. My parents would shoot me before they'd buy those games. Those were like $120 games.
Dude, I always wanted one of those, and my parents would always
Everybody
tell me to
wanted
go fuck
one.
myself.
It was the closest thing to an arcade you could get.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, shit.
Well, that I think this has been a good show, guys.
It's been a great
I think
show.
we did. I know.
Snacks.
I checked out. I checked out toward the end.
You did. I'm
I
sorry
was
about
not
that.
disinterested in what you were saying. I was disinterested in the content of what you were saying.
Of the rat game. The rat game had me very disinterested.
I think it's very fascinating talking about this kind of stuff. Snacks, you are a great person to discuss these things with.
Yeah. Always a pleasure. I always
How
say
boring
that.
would
It's kinda
this
redundant,
show have
but-
been if it was me and you? And we got to the
It would have literally been me talking at you
Yeah.
about
You'd been
Pokemon.
we would have got to the Nintendo part and the Pokemon part, and you would have been talking to me, and I'd be like, "That's great."
This
Neo.
all sounds. I can't
That's
wait
some
for you.
amazing
It
shit.
just would have been like, yeah, so the new Pokemon game's coming out. And Felix would just be like, is that the one with the chicks in the sailor outfits or whatever the fuck?
Oh,
Well,
my
is it
God.
the one with the chicks in the sailor
That's
outfits?
Sailor Moon. No.
I thought you were fucking with me.
Oh, thank you for saving us, Snacks.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yeah, dude.
Of
Thanks for
course.
being here. Anytime, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we got to get Snacks is about ready to turn into a pumpkin, so we got to get him home.
I don't know what that. Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. No, I was honoring the time that I quoted you. You'd be out
Oh,
of here.
okay. All right.
So
Very nice.
Let's rock and roll, guys.
Hell yeah.
Well, see you later.
Have a good week.
This is Felix Hergood playing the Saboteur for your viewing pleasure.
Oh, you heard that show?
I'm
did you?
still modding
was on that
Skyrim.
Oh,
show
you were
when
on
so-
that show?
And the funny thing
Oh
is,
no, there's been multiple shows where I bring up the Saboteur.
And it's, yeah.
the funny
a
thing
running
is,
theme.
I ended up watching or listening to a podcast that week after we like recorded about that with Diamond Jab, and then like Game Scoop and IGM podcast, they do like a trivia thing at the end of all their episodes.
Yeah.
And they're trying to guess the game, and then it's like, The Saboteur released that, and everybody was like, I don't even know what that game is. And it's like, if only they had the...
You guys heard it here first. The Saboteur.